What's up, YouTube? So today I'm gonna show you guys my Xbox 360 and Xbox One collection. So I'm gonna start off with my 360 collection. So let's get started. The first game I'm gonna show you is Assassin's Creed 1. Yeah, I like the Assassin's Creed. Pretty much all of them. I have pretty much all of them on the newer consoles. So yeah. So that's Assassin's Creed number 1. Next up I have is Batman Arkham Origins. I like all the Arkham games. Yeah, I have them on my PS5 actually, but they're digital. So, yep. And next up I have is Battlefield Bad Company. I've heard like good things about like the Battlefield Bad Company series, but yeah, I never played them, so I still haven't played them yet, but yeah. Next up I have is Battlefield Bad Company 2. Yep. And like I said, I heard good things about like Battlefield Bad Company. I just have not played them yet. So next up I have is Battlefield 3. This one I have actually played. I've only played the story, so yeah. I pretty much only play like the first person shooters for like the story. I never really playing for like multiplayer or anything, but sometimes I do play the multiplayer, but not all the time. Anyways, I have Battlefield 4. Pretty much, yeah, only for the story and everything like that. So yeah. And then Battlefield Hardline. I actually did have this for my Xbox One, but I don't know why I decided to get it for the 360 instead, but yeah. Next up I have is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yep, another first-person shooter. I like all the first-person shooter games. Next up I have is Call of Duty World at War. Next up I have some Steelbooks, so yeah. This one is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. If you can see that. Modern Warfare 3. And next up is Call of Duty Ghosts. Yep, Call of Duty Ghosts. Next up I have is Deus Ex Human Revolution. I never really played all of like these Deus Ex games before, but yeah, decided to play them just get them, you know, but yeah. Next up I have is Far Cry 3. I pretty much have all the Far Cry series, but I mostly have them for my PlayStation instead of Xbox, so yeah. Next up I have is Lego Batman, the video game, one of the original Lego video games where they don't talk anything, so. Next up I have is Lego Batman 2. Yep. Another Lego game. And the next one I have is Lego Indiana Jones. And then the next one I have is Lego Indiana Jones 2. Yep, so that's another Lego game. Next up I have is Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. This one has all 6 movies anyways, not 9, but yeah. Next up I have is mostly all Madden games. I have Madden 06, Madden 07, Madden 08, Madden 09, I have Madden 10, Madden 11, I have Madden 12, and Madden 13. Yeah, pretty much almost all the Madden games. Next up I have is a baseball one. It's MLB 2K12. I mean, I like all the baseball games and everything too, so yeah. Next up I have is Naruto Rise of Ninja, or Rise of a Ninja. This one has a story mode and everything, mini games, and get to explore the village and everything. The story only goes until the fight with Gaara during the Chunin exam. So yeah, if you want to experience that, and I recommend you getting Rise of a Ninja. The next one I have is Naruto The Broken Bond. And this one pretty much finishes up the Naruto anime, since it goes to the fight with Sasuke. Next up I have is Ninja Gaiden 2. I think they just remade this. I believe it was this game. But yeah, I haven't played it. I haven't even played the original yet, so yeah. And next up I have is Ninja Gaiden 3. My next game is Prototype. Yeah, decided to get him because it was like $1, so yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what this game is about, but yeah, I decided to get that. And then I also have the sequel, Prototype 2. Since this was like pretty much $4, so yeah. Decided to get like pretty much games that I never played before, but yeah, now I have them, and I just still haven't played them yet. So. Next up I have is Red Dead Redemption. I know they remastered it for like PlayStation and Xbox One and everything, but I haven't gotten those yet, so yeah. Next up I have is Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the Ultimate Sith Edition. Yep. Next up I have is Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, the Steelbook Edition. So, yep. I call the Star Wars games too. Next up I have is an old GameStop cover. Yeah, this is WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Next up is SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. I like all like the wrestling video games too, even though I haven't really played like all the 2K ones, but yeah, I like the older ones. I have SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I have WWE All-Stars, which is just basically just a fighting game. I don't think there's a story mode in this, but I didn't really play it enough to see if there was a story mode. Next up I have is WWE 12. Next up is WWE 13. And then the next one is WWE 2K14. Yep. And then the last Xbox 360 game I have is UFC 2009 Undisputed. Yeah, I used to like to play the UFC games a lot, but yeah, now I don't really play them enough anymore either because I have so much in my backlog and everything. So I've been playing a lot of my backlog games. Anyways, next up is my Xbox One collection. Let's go. The first one I have is Battlefield 5. You know, like I said, I like the Battlefield games too, so yeah. I just haven't played this one either. Next up I have is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Another first-person shooter, and then next up is Call of Duty World War II. I have the Steelbook edition, so, yep. Next up is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is the reboot one instead of the original one, but yeah. Next up I have is Control, the Ultimate Edition for the Series X. I still haven't played this one either, even though this has been out for years and years. I just haven't played it yet, yeah. Next up I have is Destiny. Yeah, I mean, I got this when it first came out, but I haven't really played it enough, and, you know. Anyways, yeah, I just haven't really played it enough. Next up I have is Deus Ex, A Mankind Divided. Like I said, I have pretty much, I think these are like all the Deus Ex games on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. But yeah, don't quote me on that, but yeah, I have those too, so yeah, I just haven't played them yet, so. Next up I have is Dishonored 2. This one, when I first got it, it came with Dishonored 1, so I got to play Dishonored 1 before I played Dishonored 2, but yeah, I actually haven't played either of those, and I have them, so yeah. And next up I have is Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. I saw that they had this one too, so yeah, I decided to get that, and just have not even played it yet. Next up I have is Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I think this one has 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, don't quote me on that. I haven't played Gears of War either, even though I have all of them. I have Gears of War 4. Gears of War 4. And I have Gears 5. Next up I have is Halo, the Master Chief Collection, which I believe is 1, 2, 3, and 4, but yeah, I haven't played, yeah, and you guys are gonna think I suck, because I haven't played, like, mostly any of these games, like, at all, even though I have them. I've just been playing, I've never really been playing my PlayStation more than my Xbox, but still. Anyways, I have is Halo 5, you know, haven't played that one either. Halo Infinite. Yeah, I don't know why. I've been spending money on these games and I just haven't been playing them. They've just been sitting on my shelf and everything. I have Jump Force, which is basically just, you know, Dragon Ball Z type game, you know, fighting, everything, but it has a whole bunch of anime characters in it, so yeah. Next up I have is Lego DC Supervillains. This is pretty much my only Lego game on the Xbox One, so yeah. Just DC Supervillains. Next up is all my Madden games. I have a whole bunch of Madden games on my Xbox One as well. So I have Madden 15. I have Madden 16. Madden 17. And then I have Madden 18. I have Madden 19. I have Madden 20. And I have Madden 21. I have 22, 23, 24, and all these other ones on my PlayStation, so yeah. Next up I have is Monster Hunter World. And I got this because this was pretty cheap, but yeah, I don't know much about the Monster Hunter like universe and everything to play it, but yeah, I have it, I just haven't played it. I know the new one's supposed to come out, but yeah, I have no idea what those games are about. Next up I have is Murdered Soul Suspect. Yeah, I played this one. This one was pretty cool too, so that one came out, I think, when the Xbox One original came out. Next up I have is My Heroes One Justice, which is basically like another anime type fighting game, but with My Hero Academia characters. Next up I have is My Hero One's Justice 2. Yep, very much the same thing, anime fighting game with My Hero Academia characters. Next up I have is Quantum Break. Yeah, I mean, that was an Xbox exclusive when it first came out too, so I decided to get that, and I played it. Haven't played it again, so yeah. I have Rise Son of Rome, another Xbox exclusive. At least I think this is still Xbox exclusive, I'm not sure. No, I haven't played this one, so I have no idea what that one's about. Next up I have is Sunset Overdrive. Yeah. Got this too because this was like an Xbox exclusive as well, and I have no idea what that's about either. So next up I have is Star Wars Battlefront, the first one. And then I have Star Wars Battlefront 2. So yep, I have those two. And next up I have is Vampire. Yeah, I decided to get this too since it was pretty cheap, but yeah, I have no idea. I know that guy is like a vampire and stuff like that, but yeah, I have no idea what like the story is about and everything, so. Next up I have is Wolfenstein The New Order and The New Blood, or The Old Blood. It's basically just 2 games in one, so. Yep, Wolfenstein is like World War II Nazis and everything like that, so another first-person shooter and everything, so yeah. Next up I have is Wolfenstein 2. And that should be my last Xbox One game, so yep. That was all of my Xbox games, so yeah, if you like that, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.